A very nice way to end off the informal first half of the season for the Toronto Blue Jays as they beat the Baltimore Orioles 6-1 at Rogers Center there today. And you know the difference between what we've seen over the last few games and today? You got a good start. Trent Thornton, after the last two games where he's been rocked and he hasn't looked very good, he's facing an Orioles team which isn't very good, but he picks up the win and gives you 6 shutout innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts for Trent Thornton. He was awesome there today, throwing strikes, and you know what? Trent Thornton is so young, everybody. Trent Thornton is so young. He's 25 years of age, and it's his first year in the big leagues. He's still making adjustments. You heard Charlie Montoyo after the game talking about how they adjusted his mechanics a little bit in the last bullpen session. Goes out there today, fires 6 shutout innings. Now, tipping pitches, another thing they were working on with him. It's all about in-game adjustments, in-season adjustments. How do they get better? That's all you talk about is getting better. And seeing Trent Thornton get rocked a couple times, they work on some things, then he goes out there and throws 6 shutout. That's great to see from Trent Thornton. It was an awesome job there. But the offense got going early. Something we haven't seen in the first 2 games. The Jays scored a combined 2 runs on 7 hits in both games. In the first 2 games combined. Today, they get 6 runs on 9 hits, and it all starts in the first inning. Freddie Galvis gets on, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr., you throw him a fastball right down the middle, he will not miss, and he belts it dead center field, and it's gone. 2-run shot for Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and the Jays are on the board early. You go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Jays look to add on. And we always talk about getting that clutch hit, all right? We talked about it in the last 2 videos. You get clutch hits, good start, good pitching, good defense, you're going to win ball games. All right, we know about Trent Thornton pitching a great game for this team. But in the bottom of the 4th inning, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rips an one-out double to center field. Then Justin Smoke walks. And Danny Jansen then drills a ball to left center field, and it bounces and goes over the wall for a ground rule double. 1 run comes in, and the Blue Jays are now up 2-0. 3-0 for Danny Jansen's ground rule double, and he got robbed of an RBI, but Danny Jansen stays red hot, and the Blue Jays add on to their lead. It's a great job by the Jays there. Bottom of the 6th inning. All right, it's still a three-run game. You know, Trent Thornton's still dealing through his 6 innings of work. And Vladdy starts off the inning with a single. Then Justin Smoke walks on 4 pitches. 2 on, nobody out for Danny Jansen, and he flies out. Vladdy moves up to 3rd, runs around the corners now, really bringing Richard Blyer to face Rowdy Tellez. And a great job from Rowdy, inside-outing the ball to the left center field gap. 1 run comes in. 1 run comes in, Smokey to 3rd, and the Blue Jays add on. It's now a 4-0 game. You still have runners at 2nd and 3rd with only 1 away for Teoscar Hernandez. They bring the infield in because you don't want them to add on to any more run. You got to cut the run down to the plate, and Teoscar Hernandez breaks his bat, and it's a little blooper, and it drops in. Both runs come in to score. The Jays are up 6-0, and if they were playing regular depth, that would have been an easy pop-out. But in that situation, you have to play in. And it's just the luck of baseball and the luck of the game sometimes. And like I said, the Blue Jays add on to make it a 6-0. Dave Phelps comes in and gives up 1 run on 1 hit in his 1 inning of work. And then Tim Mays goes a clean inning, no hits, no walks, and nothing doing in his inning. Good job there. And Daniel Hudson gives up a couple hits in his 1 inning. But other than that, gets the job done. And the ball game is over. The Jays win 6-1. And they end off the informal first half of the year with a win. All right. At the 92 game mark, the halfway point of the year, somewhat, the Jays are 34-57. 23 games under 500 is not very good. But you've seen a lot better ball lately. All right. On the homestand where you face, I think it was the Yankees, Kansas City, the Red Sox, and the Orioles, you go 5-5. You went 3-1 against Kansas City, or 3-1 against Kansas City. I think they won 1 against the Boston Red Sox. They won 6-3 against the Boston Red Sox in 1 game, and they lost the other 2. And then you lost 2 of 3 against the Orioles, which it still baffles me. But It's baseball, and it does happen, all right? So, you know what? I'd say it's a very positive stretch over the last month or so. You know, the June and the beginning of July hasn't been bad to the Toronto Blue Jays. I got to say, they've had some wins in here. They've had some great things. The young guys are really playing well. Speaking of the young players, let's get to who did what today. Freddie Galvis 1 for 3 in the ball game with a run scored, and he walked once. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr., boy, what a day he had. 2 for 4, a couple RBIs and and a home run and a run scored for Lourdes Gurriel Jr., getting that batting average back above 300, now 303 for Lourdes Gurriel. Biggio, though, went 0 for 3, but he walked once. He struggled over the last little bit, so he's kind of looking at this All-Star break kind of as a nice little break, I guess you want to call it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hasn't really been swinging the bat well as of late, but he has a great game to end off his informal first half of the year. He goes 2 for 4, gets a couple runs scored in the ball game, hitting 249 at the All-Star break. Justin Smoke 0 for 2, but he walks twice and comes home to score once. Danny Jansen went 2 for 4 with an RBI. This guy is something else. He's having a great stretch, and he does not want the All-Star break to happen right now. Rowdy Tellez goes 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored, obviously on the RBI double. And Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 4 with a couple RBIs once again. And you look at it, we talk about that team back in 2015 and 2016 for this team. Why were they so good? Their depth was incredible. All right, when you had guys like Ryan Goins and Russell Martin and Kevin Pillar doing their job at the bottom of the lineup, getting RBIs, getting hits, coming around to score, doing their thing, it helped the Jays win a lot of ball games because it took the pressure off the top guys, allowing them to go free and be amazing. What did we see in this ball game? Well, you had a combined 4 hits from your bottom 3 guys in the lineup, and they combined for 4 of your 6 RBIs. That's awesome. And I love to see that when the bottom guys get going. Danny Jansen's batting average is now up to 211. Guys, remember not too long ago he was hitting 168. So it's great to see Danny Jansen finding a way to swing the bat well as of late. And that's awesome to see. All right? So that's going to do it for the actual Blue Jays. We'll go down quickly to the minor leagues and run through these games for you. We're going to start with the Buffalo Bisons. And Bo Bichette is on some sort of hitting streak right now. He was 2 for 6 there in the ball game there today. He's hitting 320. Down there in AAA Buffalo. And, of course, Socrates Brito's hitting 306. He went 3 for 5 today. I don't understand that. Urania went 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Billy McKinney went 4 for 5 with a couple RBIs. He's hitting 265 down there. And on the mound, Sean Reed Foley wasn't very good. So I want to see more of him up at the big league level. I think I've seen enough of Sean Reed Foley in AAA Buffalo that I can see that he's not really a AAA type of pitcher. But what we've seen over the last few outings from Sean Reed Foley at the big league level, he's been pretty good. So I want to have more of a look at him in his post All-Star break, I guess. And Ty Tice, the guy with the reliever I was talking about in the last time he appeared, he went 1 inning, no hits, no walks, a couple strikeouts, dropping his ERA to 1.50. Incredible job down there for him. Quickly down to the AA New Hampshire Fisher Cats. It's freezing on me now. Anyways. My boy Yenzi Diaz was on the... holy smokes, what happened? I'm losing all my stats here. I had it all set up and ready to go for you guys, and I turn it on, and it screws with me. There we are. Forrest Wall went 3 for 3 in the ball game with an RBI, a walk, and 3 runs scored. He's hitting 265s down there, so kind of struggling over the last little while for Forrest Wall. Good to see him have a good game there today, though. Final game before the All-Star break for the AA New Hampshire Fisher Cats, I think, or is it AAA? I think it's AA has the All-Star break now as well. Chad Spanberger 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Logan Warmoth goes 1 for 2 with a run scored and walks twice. He's hitting 247, and that's the way he ends his informal first half with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Great to see him doing a lot better down there, hitting around that 250 mark. You want to see him do better, but steps in the right direction there for Logan Warmoth. And Patrick Murphy had a rough outing there today. He started the ball game. He went 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and struck out 4 and only 3. So he wasn't very good. ERA's jumped to 4.52. But my boy Yenzi Diaz says, okay, hold on there, Patrick. Let me come in there and throw 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, walks 2, and strikes out 7, dropping his ERA to 3.59. Remember, Yenzi Diaz is he's 22 years of age. Doing very well down there in Double-A New Hampshire. We're going down to the Dunedin Blue Jays. Here we go real quickly. Cal Stevenson 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs in the ball game there today. He's hitting .281. He's having a really good season down there. Loving what we're seeing there. My boy Alejandro Kirk went 1 for 4. Demior Lemoye went 1 for 3 with a run scored. And nothing really offensively there. But Joey Murray, and the guy that every time this guy goes out there, it seems to be quality. And you saw that again today. He went 6 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 8 guys. His ERA as a starter is 1.55. He's got a 5-1 record as Joey Murray. And boy, oh boy, he had an all right start to the season there in Lansing. He had a 3.82 ERA in 6 starts. But once he has hit Dunedin, he has really done a great job. And that ERA, guys, that ERA of 1.55, that's in 58 innings. That tells you right there how well he's doing. And it's awesome to see from Joey Murray. All right, now we'll quickly go down to the Lansing Lugnuts here. And Griffin Conine, over the last little while, has been tearing it apart. He goes 1 for 5 in the ball game there today with an RBI. He's hitting .336. And Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, as DH there today, though. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI, a walk, and a run scored. Remember, this guy's 19. He's hitting .308. Excuse me, guys. So it's great to see him down there just absolutely tearing it up, and it's awesome to see from these young guys. Nothing down there for the Vancouver Canadians, but 2 guys I want to talk about when it comes to the Bluefield Blue Jays, both teenagers for the Blue Jays in the minor leagues, doing fantastic things down there. Miguel Geraldo, he went 3 for 5 in the game today with an RBI and a run scored. He's hitting .309. And Leonardo Jimenez, he was 0 for 5 in the ball game today, but still hitting .304. So these guys are teenagers. It's great to see down there for the Blue Jays in Bluefield, having some young guys really performing. All right, so guys, hey, I'm going to have some time off. You guys are going to have some time off for me because you're probably annoyed at this point. But hey, that's what I'm here to do. All right, the All-Star break obviously is on. The Home Run Derby, I think, is tomorrow. The All-Star game is on Tuesday. And the Blue Jays kick back off on Friday in New York to take on the Yankees. 7:05 first pitch there in New York. All right, is it a 3-gamer? It's a 3-game set. And then the Jays head to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Oh, God. You get a nice little All-Star break, and here's the Yankees. Here's the Red Sox. Oh, great. That's fantastic. Then you go to Detroit to take on the Tigers, and then finally come home to face the Cleveland Indians. So 3 straight road series to come back from the when the Jays do come back from the All-Star break, and then back home against Cleveland in quite some time. All right, so you know what, guys, that is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys have enjoyed these videos for the first half of the season. Smack that like button, do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game today, your thoughts on the minor leaguers, your thoughts about the first half of the season for the Blue Jays. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on everything towards this ball club. All right, and check out my main man, Mo Buckets, on Twitter, guys. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. He's an awesome guy. He posts terrific content. And he posted the Lourdes Gurriel Jr. home run. So if you did not get a chance to see it, please do so on the Instagram page, Blue Jays Wave. All right. And Twitter is down below, guys. Follow up, send me a DM. Do all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys, Rappers Edition. You know what? Maybe at some point, I might do one tomorrow. I'm not too sure. As the Raptors had a couple signings there. One yesterday and one today. Stanley Johnson and Hollis Jefferson there today. So I might do a little video on those 2 guys. Maybe. We'll have to see how that plays out. I might do it tomorrow for you guys. If not, then I'll talk to you guys at some point, Rappers Edition and Leafs Edition, when Mitch Marner decides his freaking mind. What's he going to do? We'll find out at some point what Mitch Marner decides. And as for the Blue Jays, we'll talk to you guys post-All-Star break, when the trade talks will be starting to really heat up. Because at that point, you'll have about half a month until the trade deadline. So things are starting to get heating up. Will Marcus Stroman be a Blue Jay? Will Smokey be a Blue Jay? It's going to get crazy in the next half. And then from now until July 31st, especially now that there's no actual baseball going on. So it's going to be interesting. But the Jays do kick back into action on Friday, July 12th. All right, at Yankee Stadium, 7:05 first pitch there as they start off a 3-game set against the New York Yankees. All right, so guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you guys then.